Good day, Martin here, Throne of Ministry. I hope it's going well with you. I'm busy with a series speaking about the 12 sons of Jacob or Israel. And when we go to Revelation 21, we will see that the 12 gates of the New Jerusalem, who is actually the bride of Jesus Christ, the church, has 12 gates. And I already spoken on Reuben and Simeon and the other sons, but this morning I want to speak to you about Zebulun. Zebulun, I hope I said correctly. I'm Afrikaans, so and we read in Genesis 49 verses 13, and it says, Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea. Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for an haven of ships, and his border shall be unto Zidon. Now, Zebulun, every name was on the gate, the 12 gates of the New Jerusalem, and the New Jerusalem had a messenger or an angel stood at every gate when we read Revelation 21. So that messenger tried to message a message of God to us about that name on that gate. Zebulun means habitation. So God wants us to understand something about habitation. Church, you are the New Jerusalem that came down 2,000 years ago. I want you to know something about habitation. Now, Zebulun was a haven. Do you know what is a haven? A haven is actually a good place, but it says it was a haven at the sea. Now, when we go to Old Testament scriptures, when we read about prophetic words about the sea, or John in Revelations, he saw the sea, it speaks of mankind. So he was a haven for mankind, a place, a good place, a haven for ships. So people and ministries and Christians and whatever businesses, whatever you can connect to ships in Christianity can park here and rest. It is a haven, a good place to be, a habitation. You will be a habitation. And then I want to read to you where Jesus prayed to the Father 2,000 years ago in John 17 verse 24. It says, Father, I want those you have given to me to be where I am and to see my glory, the glory you have given me because you love me before the creation of the world. I want them to be where I am. So, church, you can look like Jasper, the same as God. You can share in the glory of God, but you need to know something about habitation. Habitation is a resting place. You need to be in me. There is a place where God will come in you, but you need to come in Him. It's a two-stage thing. Lord, I accept you as Lord and Savior. Come and stay within me. But then there's a place where you put yourself into God, a habitation. I want them to be where I am. I want to be their habitation, and I want them to be my habitation. Now, in Psalm 68 verse 5, it says, God will be a father to the fatherless. So all the nations that did not have God as father, I want to be a father to the fatherless and a judge to the widow. Now that judge in Hebrew is also advocate. So advocate is someone that stands in your gap and give a case, and he protects you, and God wants to do that for you. He wants to be a father for you. But listen how it stops. He wants to be an advocate or a judge or a protector to the widow. Now, that widow is actually a woman that needs a husband, and he will be the husband to the church. And then it says, in his holy habitation. God wants to protect you in his holy habitation. So we must understand we can have Christ in us, but we need to be in his habitation, in the resting place, in the haven where God's protection is, where you hear his voice, where you behold him, where you have his power and his strength and his glory. And in this habitation, there is provision for you. Sometimes we are walking outside of the grace of God and there's no covering for us because we are not in him. But I believe that no weapon formed against you can do anything against any Christian that is truly in God and is in the Spirit. I believe you have the power and authority, whatever one or circumstance comes against you, you can say, no, I am in God and nobody can touch me. So habitation, church, is very important. Zebulun, you need to be a haven. Church, you need to understand, you need to be a haven. God is a haven and you are a haven for him, a resting habitation. May this bless you in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.